Jensen Ackles, Jared and Bring it on.
Hello. What's up, guys, gals? Happy Sunday. It's a cool room. Yeah, I like it. I feel like giving a lecture. I'll go sit.
Catwalk.
It is a catwalk. Let me do my stretching first. I woke up, a lot of y'all know this. Cliff and I spent the last week essentially in Poland. Got back. We left Friday from Poland, landed Friday here. We've gone like from Poland to Munich to Newark to here. And I kind of got in and I was like, I feel better than I think I thought I was going to feel. This morning, not so much. I did the
delayed reaction.
I think so, yeah. I did the responsible thing and went and had room service and went to bed by 9. I woke up at 2:30. I was like,
That's going to be great right around 3 this afternoon. You're going to feel great.
Coffee. Sorry, coffee. Any first timers? No. We've been doing this for 20 years.
Yeah. They're like, we just started watching your show last month. So
Anybody start either during the pandemic or after? You made it all the way through? Yeah?
4 times?
Same? Amazing.
You're like, I could find another show. But I'm just going to rewatch this one. I respect that.
There's a lot to... Hey, what's our excuse? We could do another show. Let's do another 14 years. Let's do another 13 years.
That's true.
Yeah. Happy to be here. Honored to meet you guys and gals. And I think let's go ahead and see if anybody has any questions, unless you have any other announcements or lectures.
No, I really have a bad lecture joke, but I'm not going to say it. So. No, it's probably inappropriate. We're in the South. It's pre-noon on Sunday. All right, so this sex education professor comes into his lecture hall.
This early, Jensen?
Yeah, I told you. He's carrying a banana, and he says, "Today, class, I'm going to teach you how to put on a condom. I have this banana here because I have a hard time getting an erection on an empty stomach." That one hits the layers.
Yeah. I thought, so I just made up.
Oh, God.
That's right. I'm gonna try it out. Did you hear about the serial killer professor? He always gave a Hannibal lecture.
You just made that up?
Yeah, I like it.
I could tell.
Fair enough.
Yikes.
All right, after those two car accidents.
Those 2 zingers. Someone help us.
Yeah, someone help us. Right over here.
Jared, I understand.
Oh, wait, hang on, we'll get your mic so we can...
Okay, sorry. I understand you're waiting to get ACL surgery? Or
I need it. I haven't gotten it yet. No.
I was just
I
wondering.
need it. So
Did you just make that up?
I did.
I can tell.
That was very good. And I know that you shouldn't go to your family for such things.
Yeah.
But I wondered if your brother was going to help you out with that.
He's been helping me. So yeah, I injured my ACL pretty badly in August. And I do need surgery. Well done, actually. Thank you. But it's like a 4 to 6 month recovery. So until we find out about walker, I can't risk getting surgery. And they're like, hey, we're ready for you to film next month. Like, I can't move. Unless if season 4 of Walker comes back, it's just like Walker's in the office.
It's just doing desk work.
Playing Wordle.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he's been helping me. He's MRI'd me and sent it to other orthos.
Speaking of Wordle, I got it in 2 today, just
He did.
FYI.
Yeah. I was in 3. Did you see the hat picture I sent?
The what?
The picture of the hat I sent to the Wordle group.
No?
Look at it.
I don't have it on the phone number.
It made me laugh out loud. I woke up a little delirious.
We have a Wordle text thread,
Yeah.
and it's like 6 or 7 of us.
And every now and again, something non-Wordle related makes it in. And I think this morning, when I woke up at 2:30 or whatever it was, I saw it and I was like, so I read it again. I was like, it's a hat. I found it funny. Well, I don't remember what it says, exactly how it says it, but it's funny to read it. You'll like it. Do you know the saying, if you teach a man to fish? Or if you get
Oh, I did see that.
Yes.
Yeah, it wasn't that funny.
Maybe because you didn't read it at 2:30 in the morning.
That could have something to do with it.
Anyways, thank you. I'm hoping to just be able to rehab it. I haven't been able to really do lower body stuff in a while, but my brother seems to think that if I get some pretty intense physical therapy done, maybe I can avoid surgery.
Wait, I have a question. Why shouldn't you have your family do, his doctor's like one of the best orthopedic surgeons in Austin.
True.
You know what? I asked that question to Jeff when I got my shoulder done. So do y'all know? Because here's the explanation my brother
Because
gave me.
it's a violation of HIPAA.
It's not a violation of HIPAA.
Yeah, it's a
a
conflict of
conflict of-
interest.
Yeah.
So it's a HIPAA violation.
So the reason I think it might be a conflict is because, let's say you're doing surgery on a loved one, and something happens during the surgery when they're anesthetized, and it's like, oh shit, there's a clot. We have to amputate the leg, otherwise this could kill somebody. Then the conflict could be like, well, I don't want to amputate my brother's leg. Let's just say it works out and the clot ends up coming. You know, so you're supposed to be super
Exactly.
objective. Like, do what's best
Exactly.
for the
There's
patient.
too much emotional
you're
involvement in
emotionally
the
invested.
patient.
You can't be
Doctor.
objective.
Right.
It's more difficult
Like
to be
a-
objective. Yeah.
Okay.
Because they're like, well, I don't want to amputate my brother's leg. Like, let's see if we can just make it work out. And all of a sudden, you know, flatline.
Well, that's
Like, I
shit.
start real fast. Hi guys.
So much death. So
Another
the sex ed professor walks into his class.
I just realized I only know 25 letters of the alphabet. I just don't know why. I'm excited to get home tonight. Cut! I think I woke up pretty excited to see my wife and kids and my dogs, and I was FaceTime with the kids. And I don't know what dogs see on FaceTime, but I think Coda, my shepherd, is very intelligent. I was in Poland, and I was like, Coda, what's 9 minus 9? He didn't say anything.
Another
He said
dad
nothing.
joke.
If you guys have anything to throw, now's the time.
Dad
Never
joke.
trust stairs. They're always up to something. I'm gonna shut up. You can choose the next question.
I don't even want to be here anymore. Did you guys see The Last of Us? You seen that yet? I just started watching it a few episodes in, but the young girl in the show has this book of dad jokes, and there's some good ones in there. Yeah, and I thought of him when she's like spouting out a dad joke and it cuts to like Pedro Pascal. He's like, God, it's so stupid. And I was like, oh, I feel you, brother. I feel you. Yeah, what was one that got me was your diarrhea is hereditary. It runs in your genes.
Did you hear, going back to your earlier joke, did you hear,
Right? It's like, oh, it hurts.
did you hear that it hurts? Speaking of his professor friend, you know, sex is hereditary. If your parents didn't have it, you probably won't either. I'm on fire.
And I'm not gonna put you out. Let you burn. Okay, let's please do something else here. All right, all the way over here. Hi. Yep. The mic is coming. Please don't tell us a joke.
Hi, good morning. I know that, Jensen, you took one of the replicas of Baby home, but did you guys steal anything from the set that you can actually tell me?
Do you work for Warner
I
Brothers?
do not. I do not.
No, we didn't take anything.
Yeah.
Were you gifted anything? Is that a better?
Something may have found its way into my suitcase, if that's what you mean.
Yeah.
Where did this come from? Who do I contact to give this back? Oh, well, the production's closed down. All right, guess I'll just hold on to it. There was a lot of that.
There's a lot of that. A few times on the last day of shooting a specific location, as for instance, Bobby's house. We were shooting and there was this like a bronze or brass owl like paperweight. And I had my eyes on that. And I was like, I want that. I always thought it was cool. I feel like I would play with it when we're waiting for different camera setups and stuff. And so, sure enough, I went and took it. I think the last scene we shot was me and Ackles and possibly Misha, but definitely Jim Beaver was there as well. And so, it got lost, let's say. And then they call, that's a wrap on Bobby Singer's house. And everybody's kind of like, oh man, that sucks. And then I went back in to see if there's anything else I wanted to take from the set, or wanted to help find a happy home. And Jim Beaver's in there. And I'm like, you're thinking the same thing I'm thinking, huh? He's like, yeah, but I'm looking for that owl paperweight. So I went back and got it and I gave it to him. So hopefully he still got it, because that was hard to get rid of.
He's got one, in season 1, final episode, when we get in the car accident, the truck hits the Impala. That car was like pretty destroyed. And Jared's like, well, it's already destroyed.
And Sam was driving, so
Yeah.
we're waiting for the camera to get set up.
The steering wheel, there's a cap in the center of the steering wheel it's like an Impala, and he just went. Never seen again.
Yeah, there are a few along the way.
Yeah.
We got some stuff, and I think there was a lot of stuff we wanted, but you understand, like, okay, if we have to come back and reshoot something, which is always a possibility, they need this, they need that, but the set deck guys and gals and props and wardrobe did us a solid, and they would check with Warner Brothers, like, are we ever gonna use this again? Like I have my white Lucifer suit. Got a few things. He has his, what do you call it?
I'm with Lederhosen. Lederhosen. I've got the duster from the Western episode.
I also have the purple alternate universe Sam, the preppy guy.
I have the OG Samuel.
I have one. I have Sam number 2.
They made some multiples of it just because it was, and but the original one, the one that was like literally heavy metal, the one that like tried to chip my tooth many times. That one got retired because it was so heavy and dangerous that they started putting like lighter metal ones. They cast lighter metal ones that I would wear. But that original one just always was tucked away, and I was like, do we still have that original one? So that one found its way into the car. If you look at the pilot of first episode of The Winchesters, when it cuts to Dean on the side of the highways, right? When he gets in the car, the Samuel is hanging from the rear mirror, and that is the original one that I wore pilot of Supernatural.
So we have some stuff. Some Legos.
Army men.
Army men.
Somebody gave me a couple of Army men. Yes.
Yeah.
Because I didn't get it. He got some, and I was like, oh, wait, I didn't get an Army man. So thanks for hooking me. I don't know how you got them. I don't want to know. So I appreciate it.
Motel key cards, like
Oh, yeah.
from all the motels we go to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. I want to stay here in the middle. I'm going to go right here with you. Yes, ma'am.
Hang on, Mike's coming right here.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Since y'all are talking about the special things from the show that meant a lot to you that you really wanted to have, I just wanted to bring up something that I know a lot of us, I've heard it over and over again at conventions, would love to have. Y'all put up for auction like the big banners and there's pictures for sale, but I think everyone in this room would like a picture of you two at the bridge in the finale. And it never shows up. It just, I think when all of us think about the show,
Yeah.
we'll never forget that scene. And it's so beautiful and poignant, and I just think if y'all consider making that available to us.
Yeah, I wonder if it exists. Yeah, that's a good call.
It's just beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm sure you just take like most of the years, just take a screen cap of it and print it up.
We do have some, though, because there were people going around, like me, you, and Bob, or me and you, and the Impala. Yeah.
Interesting story about that particular scene, and it's interesting that image is so I guess poignant or you know it means a lot. That wasn't even supposed to happen. That was an alternate ending that happened to the show. The series was supposed to end much differently, but because COVID hit, we ended up not being able to shoot the original intended ending, and we had to shoot the bridge scene instead. So I'm glad that the audible worked so well.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're that creation. We gotta do that. We gotta print that image up.
Bridget. All right, thank you.
Let's go. Also, right here in the front row.
Jensen, I used to watch you when you were on Days of Your Life. Of Our
Days of Our
Lives.
Lives?
With
Oh,
my
yeah.
mother. And we came to the New Orleans convention 2 years ago, and it had been originally scheduled at the time when Marlena was possessed again, and all I could
She got
think,
possessed again?
all I could think of is having Dean Winchester show up to exercise her. Do you think it would have worked?
Well, I believe the priest in that show was Jim Beaver.
Yeah.
So he should have been handling this a long time ago. I don't know what he was waiting for. That's interesting though. Yeah, have Dean show up in Salem and be like, why this town? What is up with you guys? Why are you all getting possessed so much? Yeah, I think that's something that the Winchester brothers probably could have handled and knocked out in a weekend. Yeah, fair enough.
Real quick. I'll
Thank
keep
you.
going this way. I see in the very back row. 2 fingers up. Yep. You, brother.
Nice watch, Jared, by the way.
Thank you.
It's a two-part question I got for Jensen. When are you going to don the cowl and the cape? Batman? Come on. You're like one of the top 3 they're saying. And the second one is, was it pretty liberating playing Soldier Boy? Because you were just like a total dick, and it was so awesome.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I don't think you'll ever hear anybody complaining, any actor complaining about playing the bad guy, because it is a lot of fun. I mean, you ask him, like one of his favorite versions of Sam in Supernatural was Soulless Sam, because it's when you get to play the bad guy, I mean, honestly, it's a little cathartic.
Right.
You know, because he's a really good guy in real life. So when he gets to play, I mean, it's debatable. When you get to kind of like find your inner, you know, asshole, it can be cathartic. So yeah, Soldier Boy was a lot of fun. Although that wasn't, and this is the interesting thing, and I love talking about this because you know, people were like, how could you play such a horrible character? And how did you prepare for that and all that stuff? And I was like, well, he doesn't think he's horrible. Like Soldier Boy is the hero of his own story. And that's something that I took from Lee Marvin said years ago in an interview. They're like, why do you think you've made a career out of playing bad guys? And he said, I've never played a bad guy in my life. And I think if you look at it through that lens, that it kind of makes a whole lot more sense of, he doesn't think he's a bad guy. Soldier Boy thinks that everybody else is ridiculous and stupid. He's like, you guys are doing it all wrong. I've got it figured out. I'm the hero here. And so that just makes for just really layered character work and scene work, and it was a lot of fun. And not to mention just the way it was written, the way he related to the other cast members and the other characters of the show was, it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it a lot. And
Did you get to improv any of that, or no? Was it all scripted?
Oh yeah.
Can you be more specific?
Well, I'll give you one. I don't think I'm speaking out of school here, but Soldier Boy pops up for a brief moment in this new spinoff of The Boys. In fact, there's a few cameos from the mothership that come into this spinoff, and my little bit there was heavily improv. I had Kripke with me on set that day, and so he and I were just like, we were spitballing ideas and workshopping it literally in between takes and coming up with a whole different variety of takes. And it was it's a lot of fun when you're working at that level with that kind of mind who can just throw something out and you're like, oh yeah, okay, I'm gonna do that one. So there's it's definitely a beautiful collaboration on that set, and it's much like Supernatural, and that's a testament to Kripke and the worlds that he builds and the type of people he puts in them. So
Nice.
yeah.
I gotta say the Batman thing. No.
So I don't know, man. Listen, if I get the phone call and they say, hey, you're in, then I'm in. Put a call in, would you? Yeah. Call James Gunn.
Hey, knowing The Boys, when you said, thinking about your earlier joke, when you said Soldier Boy pops up, I was like, not going there.
It shows incredible restraint, Jared. Incredible restraint.
Until I just said
Until
it.
you just said it.
I gotta get something out.
So stupid. All right, back with the plaid shirt. Yep. I know. God, thanks for narrowing it down.
I can see it much. Do I see that?
So, what is something that you learned while working on Supernatural that you since applied to your future projects?
Yeah.
Where to begin?
Yeah. Where to begin? So much. I think.
I can go real quick.
Yeah.
I was talking about this in meet and greet yesterday. Confidence on set, in front of a camera, no matter who I'm working with. If I didn't have the 10,000 hours that I had playing Dean in front of a camera, playing anybody in front of a camera, I don't think I would have the confidence that I have now to be able to go onto a completely foreign set like The Boys or like Big Sky or a movie. I use the example of when I did the movie Rust, and I'm working opposite Alec Baldwin, who is he's a legend in the entertainment industry, and he had to drop a line and was like really upset. He's like, God damn it! What's the line? And I was just like literally holding a gun and I was like, well, this is cool. But I think had I not gone through what I went through with Supernatural, and maybe that would have shook me a bit. Maybe I would have been like, oh, he's really upset with us. I don't worry about it just. I have a certain confidence, not an arrogance, but a confidence when I walk onto a set that helps me do what I need to do, and that's something that I definitely learned and earned on Supernatural.
Yeah, I got it. I'll second that for sure. I think my head went slightly different. You said other projects, but I'll say even just life in general. I've been very public. I had a lot of highs during Supernatural, meeting my wife, getting married, having kids, being on a TV show, meeting our extended SPN family. I had a lot of lows as well. And there are some times when you feel like it doesn't have to be something mentally. It can be like, I'm just tired. Like, I'm just physically beat down. I've got a broken wrist and I have to go stuff. And you feel like this sucks so much. And because we had a great time with Supernatural. I think that's very obvious. There were some times that just sucked. You know, it's 5 a.m. and you're about to do a 2-page emotional scene. You have to get it done by 6 a.m. because then the sun's gonna come up and then you can't shoot anymore because you can't pretend it's dark when it's not. Like, this is all, like, I'm trying to drink coffee to stay awake. Going like, man, I just want this day to end. And almost to a day and to an experience, those were the days that, and we talk about this, it was those days where you'd get home, you'd take a shower and get in bed and be like, God damn, that felt really good. Like, now that I'm on the other side of it, just realizing there's another side of it. There's a saying I like that can be about supernatural, can be about whatever you're going through. No feeling is final. You know, when you're feeling beat down, whether it's physically, mentally, or you miss your family, or you know, you're worried about this or that, there's another side to that. You can get through that. And so I think Supernatural helped kind of get that into me. Thank you. Get up over here. I saw your hand first. I also like making Mike run left and right. I'm so sorry. Good morning. Not even noon yet. You already have all your steps in. Right there on the end, like 3rd row. Yes.
Hello.
Hello.
So, Jared, you are obviously doing Walker, but I saw that you've also been doing a little bit on Walker Independence. And so my question
What? Raggy? Sorry, no, I like
so my question is, I was wondering, which one did you like better? Did you have more fun doing your little cameo, or
yeah,
and are we going to see any more of that? Because I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I did too. That was amazing. I had an amazing time there. It's an amazing cast and crew that's kind of built a family over there in Santa Fe. I had a lot of fun. We were like riding horses in between takes and horsing around. That was accidental, but I'll own it. I have an absolute blast on Walker. I hope I get the chance to go back to Walker Independence. I hope Walker Independence comes back. I hope Walker. So, you know, y'all's mouths to God's ears, hopefully. But I'd love to go back and play. I think if we were shooting in the same place, I probably would have already done it a lot more often, but Walker's in Austin, and Wendy isn't in Santa Fe, so it's a bit to get out there and all that. But so fun. So fun. But yeah, fingers crossed. Thank you.
I think we got time for one more. One more. This better be awesome. Let's go right here in the front. She's like, oh God, me, no.
Goofy question.
Right here in the front.
So I was wondering, out of all the songs in Supernatural, besides Carry On Wayward Son, what y'all's favorite is?
I think I will forever love Styx Renegade. And I don't think it's called, I forget what the song title is.
It's Renegade.
What's that? No, I know that one. But Bowie. Ground Control to Major Tom. It's not called Major Tom. Space Odyssey. So those two music cues, I've watched more than a lot of other clips of Supernatural I've watched. I loved the Shapeshifter episode. What was it called?
With Rooster? Alice and James?
Oh, that was also amazing. But no, Styx. The Styx song. Anyways, those two.
Night Shifter.
Night Shifter. Yeah, Rooster. But also the whole fairy flying around in the waterway at it. It was perfectly queued up. So those two popped to mind.
I mean, Eye of the Tiger is kind of a kind of an obvious one. But I will also throw in Night Moves.
Secret. All right. Thank you all so much. We're here all day. Can't wait to see you all.